on the shot, and he nicks the leg. But Ronnie knows it was only against a throw, so just hold his throw, and he's back in the game.
Very robotic style, very un-Baxter-like last dart. But as I was saying earlier, sometimes a bit one-dimensional, Ronnie. He's not, in my experience, a good chaser of a game. Seems to do a bit of hoping they'll go in once he falls behind. But an amazing man from the 80s, when he won everything in North America, cleaned up in America, come here and so nearly won this match play. But Rod Harrington had other ideas.
Yeah, I remember meeting Ronnie back in '88, one of my first trips to Atlantic City, where he won that Open, and I always remember it's one of the first times I met Eric Bristow as well, and I remember him standing at the bar saying, that bloke is dangerous, and he has been dangerous for the last 20-odd years, so...
Not using the marker very well, although it was a slightly slack marker. Oh, two awful darts there. Well, they both are not doing any justice to their reputations here. Well, that's not a bad cover shot. Oh, lovely third dart, and that is Baxter.
Yeah, that's a great, you see Ronnie's action there, he's unusual because he holds the dart, as a golfer would say, off centre, where Smithy holds his dart, and this is the most unusual throw I think we've ever seen. He rolls the dart, and he didn't do that, but the first two he normally just in his two fingers and just rolls it, and then but a good release.
Yeah, very fast release, finger dipping down over the barrel, all right, the way Anderson does.
100.
And as we just build, coming up, the amazing clash between Part and Taylor. And also we've got a gunfight at the Outcake Corral. Adrian Lewis against Andy Hamilton. Two stogies. So it's all coming your way hot and strong from Sky tonight, folks, in the next 4 hours. 2 8s. That's Baxter-esque, okay, Rod?
Ronnie Baxter.
Well, he couldn't hit a big number in the first leg, but he certainly pinned the treble and a good clean double 8 there. Smithy now, just all he's got to do, Smithy, is hold his throw. He is, in the past years, been a class act. 95, he won the first Premier League that we had down at the Circus Tavern. So he's used to playing on that stage for a long time.
But doesn't seem able to raise his game consistently, either heavy scoring or heavy doubling.
100.
Crowd chocker block. The cue for this session reached down to the promenade and halfway to the tower. They love it.
Well, you can see the beads of sweat coming off Smithy already. We're only into the third leg, and you know it's going to get worse for him. He's the sort of guy that, well, there are players that do sweat in the head and on the body, but the hands stay dry, and that's all that matters, if that hand stays dry.
I think that is a very, very important point. What's your views on using chalk to keep it drier?
Well, some players do. I mean, Keith and Eric, you know, Keith always used to use chalk a lot, but some people don't like the feel of the chalk on the fingers. It gives a little bit of a rough feeling with the dart, and you know, it's all about feel, this game.
60.
Well, I reckon Andy Jenkins, who won earlier, was having barrel problems. Ronnie's nice cover shot after a sloppy marker. That's making the difference at the moment. Ronnie's finding it twice, even though he's not yet finding the 60 with the first dart.
No, Smithy's first dart like there is very low. It's very hard to get a marker from a low dart than it is a high dart. Smithy just looking to just pin this right between the two.
100.
Just coming in and remind you, this is the wind-up match of the first round. Ronnie finding the right time to plant delicate tungsten kisses on the left stick. First man at 10's the one out, though. If it did get to 9 apiece, they'd have to be 2 clear.
Yeah, good setup there from Ronnie, but all Smithy's got to do is set this up and put the pressure on the 93, because Ronnie probably will only get a dart at the bullseye.
97. Ronnie will require 93.
Bull, first requisite. No, when one of the treble 14 there.
53.
Chance here then, Rod, for Smithy to go ahead.
Well, he nicked the first leg, and Ronnie, I can't understand not going 25 there, but Smithy now is going to go 20 for double top to go 2-1 up.
Skinny red bit at the top.
Yeah,
so explain why quickly he would play the wrong shot.
Well, when you want 93 and your opponent's on a good shot, you should go 25 for the 18 for the bullseye. If you're going for the 19, the treble 19, you're not going to get a dart at the bullseye. You've always got to give yourself the percentage.
Coming up then after this, as I say, gunfight at the Haute Corral. Annie Hamilton against Adrian Lewis will be brilliant. That's the first in round 2. And then after that, the Lollapalooza. 13 times world champion 45. Takes on his sometime nemesis, John Pott, who on the last 7 outings with Taylor leads 4-3.
Yeah, what a great show there is on tonight. These two guys, it's terrible to say that they are the warm-up, but they are the last ones in the first round. And but the Taylor Pott match, the crowd of over 2,000 here, it's going to see a rock and roll game there.
And that other one, the old Stoke clash, will be phenomenal. The solid technique, your word, Rod, and Hamilton against the brilliance of Adrian Lewis.
98.
Nice last start by Ronnie, but Smithy forced here then to think, done 40 or better to pressurise Ronnie. Ronnie should be easily to the double first, Rod.
Yeah, he should be here. He's going to have at least 6 darts from 168, even if Dennis hits a big score, which he hasn't. He can't pressurise Ronnie at all here, so Ronnie's just calmly putting his foot to the hockey and just doing that.
95.
Went the awkward tight side of the marker darts there. Well, almost cathedral calm here in the Rococo splendour of the Winter Gardens, Blackpool. Dennis looking like a water feature. Face dripping with sweat, Ronnie and leg full.
73.
Yeah, Ronnie on 73. Again, he's missed a big number. That's the 3rd time. He can only set it up. That's the 3rd time in these few legs that he's missed a big number.
Well, do you think there's any tactic in this? Is this deliberate slow play by Dennis? Because Ronnie would prefer playing faster.
Yeah, he certainly would, but this is Dennis Smith. Dennis just does not come out with any gamesmanship, not like a few of us would. That's for sure.
Ronnie, you require 32.
Plain spoken word here. 8-8 for a level match.
Game shot in the full flag. Ronnie Baxter.